President Donald Trump of the United States has publicly stated that he has given the CIA the green light to execute secret missions within Venezuela, while also contemplating the possibility of initiating ground operations there. This revelation regarding the intelligence agency's covert actions in Venezuela follows a recent string of lethal strikes carried out by the U.S. military against suspected drug trafficking boats in the Caribbean. Since the beginning of September, American forces have reportedly sunk at least 5 boats, resulting in the deaths of 27 individuals, with 4 of those vessels traced back to Venezuela. Here's all you need to know. When questioned at an event in the Oval Office about his decision to permit the CIA to intervene in Venezuela, Trump confirmed that he had indeed authorized the action. He went on to state that the administration is looking at land as it considers further strikes in the region. However, the U.S. president refrained from clarifying whether the CIA possesses the power to act against President Nicolas Maduro.
What's the next step in this war on cartels, and are you considering strikes on land?
Well, I don't want to tell you exactly, but we are certainly looking at land now because we've got the sea very well under control. We've had a couple of days where there isn't a boat to be found. And that, I view that as a good thing, not a bad thing. But we had tremendous amounts coming in by boats, by very expensive boats. You know, they have a lot of money.
Why did you authorize the CIA to go into Venezuela? And is there more information you can share about these strikes on the alleged
Well, I can't
drug
do
boats in
that,
the
but
Caribbean?
I authorized for 2 reasons, really. Number one, they have emptied their prisons into the United States of America.
In response, Maduro vehemently criticized the history of the U.S. intelligence agency's involvement in global conflicts, deliberately avoiding direct engagement with Trump's remarks regarding the authorization of CIA covert operations in Venezuela. Venezuela's foreign ministry said Trump's unprecedented statement constitutes a very serious violation of international law and the United Nations Charter. In early October, the Trump administration announced that drug cartels would be classified as unlawful combatants, asserting that the United States is now engaged in an armed conflict with these organizations. This declaration was framed as a necessary escalation to curb the influx of drugs entering the country. This decision has sparked significant outrage among lawmakers from both major political parties, who argue that Trump is effectively waging war without the required approval from Congress. Frustration has mounted among legislators as the administration has provided scant information regarding its rationale for declaring an armed conflict with the cartels or identifying which specific criminal groups it considers to be unlawful combatants. While the U.S. military has executed strikes on various vessels, the U.S. Coast Guard continues its standard operations of intercepting boats and confiscating narcotics. Concerns have been raised by human rights organizations, which argue that these military actions violate international law and amount to extrajudicial killings. Maduro and other government officials have repeatedly cited a UN report that they say showed traffickers attempt to move only 5% of the cocaine produced in Colombia through Venezuela. Landlocked Bolivia and Colombia, with access to the Pacific and Caribbean, are the world's top cocaine producers. The UN World Drug Report showed that various countries in South America, including Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru, reported larger cocaine seizures in 2022 than in 2021. The UN World Drug Report did not assign Venezuela the outsized role that the White House has in recent months. Maduro recently said he would constitutionally declare a republic in arms if his country were attacked by U.S. forces deployed to the Caribbean.